So I think hopefully by having this positive vision, there's something to strive for there, and people are motivated to go, you know what, I'm actually not going to be hopeless, I'm going to start taking action, I'm going to start doing things. So hopefully that does that, but
I'm
we'll
sure
see.
it will. Okay, so we're here with Abi Buckingham from Zero Carbon Dorset, one of their wonderful volunteers who's been helping out. We're just going to have a little chat with Abi today, so we'd like to find out a little bit more about you, Abi. So I was wondering if you could introduce yourself, tell us a bit more about you.
So I'm Abi Buckingham, I study design at Arts University Bournemouth. Yeah, that's me really.
That's it. What got you into design?
What got me into design? I saw the way the world was, and I thought there's something that needs to change here. Like, it just didn't feel like things were working.
Yeah.
So I felt like we've designed our way into our problems. So I felt like we could design our way out of them. So that's kind of my motivation for starting. But fixing the world is what I started off with. So yeah.
It's a nice creative way to do it, isn't it? And what is your favourite thing about design? I know you like saving the world. Is it drawing? Is it painting?
I'm quite creative, so I like to output with drawings, and trying to like conceptualise what I'm thinking. But yeah, I think things through. I'm quite a holistic thinker, and I like to strategise a bit, and I quite like that sort of aspect of it.
Wonderful. So you're a volunteer for Zero Carbon Dorset, and people who don't know, Zero Carbon Dorset is a community-led project based on envisioning our county as a zero carbon county, and a lot of their work is dedicated to highlighting ways that we can make a difference in the county, and some of the amazing businesses and organisations in the county that are making a difference and working towards these changes, and doing their part as well. So with Zero Carbon Dorset, how was it that, what got you interested in Zero Carbon Dorset and wanting to become a volunteer?
I felt like I wanted to take action, do things, and I felt like what Zero Carbon Dorset was doing was interesting. I think it was pulling together interesting people and connecting a lot of the dots. I think a lot of the time things are strewn across the place and people don't know what's going on. So I think where they're sort of collating everything together and sort of showing what is happening, I think that's quite like inspirational for people and quite motivational. So I thought it was an interesting project, so I thought I'd get involved. I feel like people are so divided and so polarised at the moment, and I think we have it's sad, because I genuinely think like we all relate at the core of what we actually want. Like, I think we all actually do care for people, whether we say that we do or don't. We do like care for people. I think we're so like individualised that we don't realise that we do care for one another, and we care about all of these different aspects. And I think people do care and should care about their environment. And I think when you do start to build up a bit more of a relationship with one another, I think you realise a lot more how you can relate, and you do have different things which you can care about. But then also, coming back to the drawing, I kind of created the drawing in a bit of a way so people can look at it and realise that there is so many different aspects to creating climate action. And that's another thing, I think, where people sort of go, well, I don't know what to do. So I think if you look at that, for example, you can go, oh, I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that, and you have so many different jobs and so many different roles that can be created. There's not like one single solution to anything, and I think it's stupid to say that there is one single solution, because there just isn't.
It's true. So I guess that kind of leads us on to your drawing. So you did this wonderful drawing depicting Zero Carbon Dorset's vision. Is that how you describe it?
Yes, I kind of describe it as like I was encapsulating all of the sort of areas that they were focusing on in their report, but also kind of as a way of envisioning what Dorset could look like, and kind of as a way of being like, I think we kind of feeling a bit hopeless, at the moment. I think a lot of people feel very doom and gloom when we think about the future. We're just like, oh well, it looks awful, let's give up. And I think that's like a terrible mentality to have. And I genuinely think like we can take action, and the future doesn't have to be rubbish, and we don't have to actually sacrifice loads to make a good future. So I kind of wanted to create a vision in which Dorset was depicted to be thriving based upon so many different aspects of climate action, and actually like people can look at it and go, actually that's the sort of future I would want, or I'd actually like this there too, and maybe we can have this, and it kind of a bit of a motivation to sort of inspire people, really, hopefully.
To work towards.
Yeah, I think so.
A vision.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. And so was it your idea to do a drawing, or did they approach you about drawing something specific?
Yeah, I had been chatting with Mark for a little while and sort of said, well, I've done a few concept sketches and I've sort of have these sort of like ideas for things that I want to do. And he said, oh, well, maybe we can do some drawings for each of the covers. And then I got a bit carried away and it ended up being a big drawing, but we sort of ran with it, and it was, became a bit more than it first anticipated being. But
and it is beautiful. I love it. I've seen it many a time, looked at it zoomed in at different parts, and there's so much detail in like every aspect of it, in every little corner. So it really is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So do you have a favourite part of your drawing? Like one area that you really like to focus on? Because we have
favourite parts.
Because we have travel better, land use, so changing our land, our energy use.
Right.
All these different areas and aspects of the report that
I think
Abi's encapsulated.
I think everything is so important. I think like aspects like maybe like the repair shops and the library and reconsidering how we use our resources, I think is a really important and interesting aspect. And I think like being able to like go to a library and it not just being books, it being clothes, it being tools, it being all of the resources that we need, and sharing those within our communities would be like awesome. Like wish we had so much more of that. I wish we were going to repair our things and just reconsidering how we use things and how we interact with those different aspects. And honestly, I can't focus on a specific point because I think everything is important. Like with the travel, like we shouldn't need to be using so many cars, we should be sharing cars, again sharing resources. So like if you do need a car, like they're useful, but why have we got so many on our roads? What if we took them off the roads and we only had like a handful which we shared between people, between a group of people, and we each like say, oh, I need it at this point, whatever. You'd have so much space that you could reallocate important different aspects. You could have parties, you could have all sorts of things going on in the streets and exciting aspects. And then I think food's really important as well.
Food is very important.
Food is so important, like
our land use. Food waste.
Oh my goodness. Like when I started getting into the aspect of how land and food contributes to climate change, I was like, wow, that is incredible. And there is so much we can do, and so much we can like relate to. Like it's our lifeblood. We need food.
We do.
And so I think being able to have localized systems where we're producing food actually in harmony with the earth, and being able to connect with that, and a lot of us more work on the land. Most of us go to the supermarket and buy our food, and we don't know where it's come from, we don't know how it's grown, we like actually have no connection to that food. Whereas I think if it was localised, we'd have a connection to that food, we'd care about it, we would reduce food waste because it is locally produced, and we would be eating better because we would be aiming to produce higher quality food. I think all of these things are so important and really matter.
Yeah, 100%. Is there anything else you wanted to say about your drawing? Anything you think we haven't covered that you wanted to get out there or want people to know?
Well, I would like to say that this is my rough idea of what I think the future should be, but this is not set. So I would like people to actually look at it and engage in it and go and really think about how they would want to add things to it, or whether they want to take away things, and maybe just start having some conversations about things.
Yeah, conversations are key.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.